Hey Geminians, this reading is for anyone who identifies as or finds themselves terribly interested in a Gemini at this time. This time being mid-June 2019 at this point. Sorry I couldn't get a June reading out for you any sooner, Geminis. We'll see if any of these show back up for us. I'm going to keep shuffling for now. I think, though, Geminis, that last month you all had a Taurus season reading, right? I'm pretty sure that's right. Yes, not a Taurus season reading, but I mean a Geminian season reading, a Gemini season reading. And now we have the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands showing as well. New truths, new ideas, and new, inspirations. Let me just silence this. Are what mid-June 2019, the end of June 2019 seems to be about for you, Geminians. We are going to do 2 readings for you today, Geminis, because happy birthday. Again, I think I said that to you when I did a Gemini season reading for you. Funny, and then we have the Cancer card, the next season's card coming out as what's covering you. We're just going to do a short 6-card spread for your general reading, and then another 6-card spread for your love reading, which is your happy birthday present from me, Geminis. So maybe some of you are dealing with a Cancerian energy around you. I always mention that when I try to split readings up and say, okay, one is going to be general, one is going to be love, the cards decide. If you work with tarot in any respect, whether as a reader, as an owner of a deck or more, or just as a follower, a listener, a subscriber, then you can relate to that. The cards are going to do their work and deliver their messages regardless of how we try to use or misuse them. I really feel that about this type of work and especially this specific tool, that you almost can't abuse it. You almost can't use it incorrectly because it's going to do what it's going to do. And so this might be the first general reading might resonate with some of you as a love-ish reading, even though the second one is intended to be the love reading. And while I'm saying that, the entire reading, both readings, might resonate with the entirety of June 2019, since I didn't get to it until mid-month. Okay, so Geminis, what I'm seeing so far, and I do intend to lower the camera and face the reading towards you so that you can check on what I'm looking at as well. You can check these images with me as well. But what I'm seeing so far is that you are headed toward a goal. You've had a realization, you've had an epiphany, you've had a new truth, a new idea, a new inspiration about something. It feels like it's a passion project. It feels like it's work, like it's not love. It does feel like it's work in this case, but you are mowing everything down, maybe influenced by a Cancerian, but mowing everything down to get where you're going. Your other goals, your other priorities, anything else that's holding you back or pushing you forward in a different direction, it's being mowed over so that you can get to this one goal, this one idea, this one inspiration. It's just the beginning, right? That idea, that Ace of Swords or that Ace of Wands, Ace of Air or Ace of Fire, right? Those are just ideas and inspirations. So it's still the very beginning. Those are just seeds. You have to water them. And when that's the case, this is the type of commitment that you need, Geminians, when you know that it's all, depending on you. Whether or not that plant grows is totally dependent on whether or not you water it, right? You're going to make sure that that gets done every day. And that's what we're seeing. That's what we're looking at. You making sure that that plant, that idea, that inspiration is watered every day, no matter what else has to be sacrificed. Sorry about that. My whole as you can see, backdrop is falling. And I want to say that that may be a relevant piece of the message for some of you, but that just keeps happening. So, but so as you're pushing forward toward this goal, probably having to do with this new idea, this new inspiration, this seed you're watering, other things are going to be, well, other things are going to be falling away, Gemini. Other opportunities are naturally going to be turned down. I mean, if you're vibrating at a frequency where you know what you desire so deeply, okay, that you're willing to move toward it with this determination, with this mindset of, you know what, these ends justify almost, I'm going to say, any means in getting there. When you're resonating at a frequency where you know what you want in life, a partner, a job, in life that much, then you're also resonating at a frequency where a lot of opportunities are going to be attracted to you. So what we also see here this week, the first part of the second half of June 2019, what we also see here is you turning down other opportunities, focused on something from your past. Normally with the Four of Cups, I feel like it's focusing on something that you can't have, focusing on something that's not for you, something from your past. But in this case, I really feel this is saying you're just withdrawing from other opportunities because you've got your eye on the prize that you want. Doesn't mean that you couldn't want or have these other prizes, sure, but you know what you're headed towards. So that, again, naturally means that you're going to have to turn other opportunities down. That's coming through strongly. It's part of the message. It's part of life. If you know what you're heading towards, that means you're going to pass a lot of things up, a lot of exits up on your way to the one you want to get off on, right? That's it. That's what you're doing. And it's showing up. So in just a short 6-card spread and really just a short 3-card line for this first week of the second half of June, it's showing up. So it's probably showing up because it's difficult for you, gems. There's some opportunities that it's hard to pass up, but the fact remains that you have your eye on this prize. You are headed toward a specific goal, a lucrative one, it looks like. One where it looks like you are a goal and a path where it looks like you are being asked to learn new lessons in order to reach that goal, in order to walk that path. So for some of you, the lessons are about passing up those other opportunities that also seem tempting, also seem lucrative for some, also seem obligatory for some. Some of you feel that you want these other opportunities. Some of you feel that for monetary purposes or other reasons you need them. Some of you feel that, again, it's obligatory. It's that you're obligated to, that it's a responsibility of yours to uphold fulfilling or accepting these other opportunities. And going into the second week of the last half of June, I feel like we're right on point here, Geminis, because you've got the 7 of Cups. You've still got all those paths and all those choices. And what I can feel going all through my body is what's coming through. They're always going to be there. Some of them may come and go, right? Some of them may fade away and new ones may present. But this state of being that you're in, where you could always choose many other paths, that is what your future looks like. You want to remain in this youthful, confident, determined energy that the Chariot represents, right? Again, maybe some of you are dealing with a Cancerian, so I may have multiple meanings to that sentence, right? But you want to remain in that energy. You want to continue to possess that energy. And so that you are always moving forward tirelessly, confidently, again, with youthful energy toward what matters most to you. You always have your eyes on a prize that you're willing to sacrifice other prizes for, right? So your future, your path forward, your whole path forward, your whole future, it looks like this. It looks full of options, choices, multiple paths, maybe to the point of being confusing for you. You're always going to be able to take an easy way out, or just choose something different. If you remain in that confident, youthful, feisty, I hate to keep repeating determined, but focused, determined, willful energy, and if you're always willing to put that into action to make good on those types of promises and commitments. And what we see happening here is the more you learn, you're going to learn lessons, like I said, to walk this path, to make this choice, to head toward this goal, becoming a student again, taking on a teacher, becoming an apprentice of sorts, just researching a subject matter online or at the library, buying books or subscriptions that will teach you about a new subject matter, right? As the more you learn, the more options that you're going to have, Geminis. I mean, I know that I'm not telling you anything that you don't know, but the truth be told, the tarot, these readings, they're never telling us anything that some part of us doesn't know, at least, right? And that's what we're looking at here. We're looking at many options, many opportunities being passed by, being turned down to focus on that one, learning new things, and finding that even as you're in the last week of June, that confusion is still present. Okay, and so with that confusion being present, there's this option to fall victim to escapism, right? This is a very Piscean card here, the Seven of Water, Seven of Chalices, Seven of Cups. This is multiple paths, multiple options, multiple choices, multiple opportunities, yes, but also under the pressure and the weight of all those decisions to be made, we can sometimes choose to just escape instead. Maybe I'll just choose binge watching my favorite Netflix show. Maybe I'll just choose some substance. Maybe I'll just choose partying with friends through the summer because don't I deserve it, right? Aren't we used to that type of schedule, right? I mean, it's been a while since I've been on that type of educational setting schedule, but it sticks with you after so many years, right? And some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio. I said Cancer. Some of you may be dealing with a Scorpion energy around you, or just the fact that the moon is in Scorpio currently as I'm recording this, Gems. Whether you feel like in this last half of June, and it really might not be until the last week because of the way it's showing up for me here, whether you feel like you're dealing with confusion over which choice, which path to focus on, or more likely the tendency to indulge in escapism as a way to take the pressure off of choosing, of working your way out of confusion, a transformation needs to happen, and it looks like it is happening. So there might be a Scorpio who can help you with this. There might be an Aquarian energy who can help you with this. Let's say this. There's definitely an Aquarian energy helping you with this, but it might be an Aquarian energy in the form of you looking into your astrology, you looking into self-development in order to encourage self-evolution, right? It might be Aquarian energy in terms of the divine granting a wish for you, the divine answering a prayer for you, because of course the star card just represents Aquarian energy and carries that with it. Wow, and then the Queen of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Cups beneath that, Gems. Knight of Cups, Six of Swords, King of Wands reversed. I don't know if I can even delve in that deep into all of that yet. But let me adjust this backdrop one more time, flip these cards around towards you, and then we will talk a little bit more about it and draw clarifiers if we need them. So, Gems, it seems like the opportunities that you may be passing by, passing up, turning down, just outright ignoring in some cases, are very much the lesson going into and beginning to move through the first half of the end of June here. For a few, that may be that you learn a lesson about those opportunities in terms of taking the time to considering them and choosing to change paths, choosing to accept one of them after all. But I think for most, what we're seeing is actually learning to not be distracted by, as we said earlier, any kind of escapism or just the confusion that can come with lots of opportunities and paths, choices being presented, learning how to stay committed to that goal that's been driving you forward. And it is that goal that's driving you. So it won't even feel like, it may not even feel like a choice for some. But in that focused, youthful, confident energy that moves you forward past anything that might, take you off that path or distract you, in that there is this rebirth. This is really about you, ultimately about you feeling reborn, and feeling probably aided by something beyond yourself, something greater than yourself, nature itself, the divine, whatever it is that you answer to, that anchors you beyond the veil, assistance from your angels, your ancestors, etc., your higher self. And I really feel like it is. It's for a lot of you, Gems, you're not giving yourself enough credit, because ultimately it looks like this reading is saying that it is you. A lot of it is you, a part of yourself that is, and you are replenishing yourself. And or I do think that there are a lot of you actually dealing with a Scorpio energy, actually connected to a Scorpio energy in regards to this healing, replenishing energy that's making you feel reborn nonetheless. Making you feel like someone new, and really it's just, it's who you actually are. It's just a version of yourself that you're more comfortable in, a version of yourself that feels more like you, ultimately. And you will see that what is actually happening is false things stripping away, false things that don't feel natural, maybe, never actually really did in some cases, just falling away, dying. Maybe that Scorpio energy, like I said earlier, is because we have the Scorpio moon as I'm recording this. We've got Pluto retrograde in Capricorn still, of course, currently. Venus also in your sign as the sun is, Gem. So definitely this could, this first general reading could speak to matters of the heart as well, even though the second reading is supposed to be intended for love, a love reading. And no, the moon is not. The moon is in Sagittarius now. The moon's in Sagittarius, actually, as I'm recording this now, certainly by the time it's posted anyway. But we did just come away from the Scorpio moon. But ultimately, yeah, this King of Swords, this Air King, I feel like this is you feeling more comfortable in your skin, more like yourself, seeing that you've replenished yourself or feel reborn because you've been aided by, like I said, something greater than yourself. And really what it, regardless of how it feels or what it looks like, what it actually is just, you know, a realer, truer, more mature, certain version of you emerging. But I do see this being, being burdensome to you. This can certainly be Geminian energy, your mutable air, but still, I still see the King of Swords, the King of Air here. As I definitely see that as a Geminian card, the way I read. And with this King of Cups coming through on the bottom of the Deviant Moon Tarot here, it feels like, you know, a lot of you have been in a space or want to be in a space. For some of you, you know, live in a space of wanting to express creatively. You really resonate more with this emotional, deep, creative being here. Yes, you know, he's or she, right? Masculine or feminine. He is reserved, sure. Reserved in the way that he expresses his emotions, his or her emotions, but they're very deep nonetheless. And I feel like, you know, this more cerebral, cutting part of you really is what we see emerging as you feel reborn. And I think it's because, you know, someone needs cut out of your life, likely, or something, you know, some energy that just can't come with you, something that's false to this new, truer version of you. And it doesn't mean that, you know, you don't still embody this energy, this King of Cups energy. In fact, I think you know, this person or this energy needs cut out of your life so that you can focus on what it is that you are creating in the world, Geminis, what it is that you are ultimately, probably for a lot of you, building your empire on, but certainly whatever creative, heartfelt expression you spend time and energy on, right? That's what you want to be focused on, and that's why certain energies, maybe a particular person, do need to fall away from you, at least for a time, for a lot of you altogether. Yeah, that's definitely what I see in the Four of Cups for us now, is it's really easy for you to bypass a lot of opportunities, a lot of other choices and paths. It's no contest. You know what you're headed towards. There's just this one other path, person, maybe an addiction for some, this one other energy that calls your attention. That's what we're looking at here. That's what this character is staring at here. One stands out. But ultimately, I think this message is about, in order for this truer version of you to emerge, where you really, you know, embody mastery over, you know, your mental and emotional realm, can calmly, diplomatically differentiate between and delegate to both of these sides of you. In order to get there, and so be ready to fully create and share what it is that you're wanting to create and share. Yeah, it's going to mean really exercising this part of you more at first. To get the job started, something has to be finished. Something has to be cut out. I really do feel like it's someone for a lot of you. Maybe it is an Aquarian energy, and it could be part of you. Maybe that's part of you. You know, look into your astrology, what part of your chart does Aquarius rule? Where is Uranus in your chart, etc.? Or remind yourself, especially if that's something that you're already interested in. Some of you, this is about you becoming, especially if this Aquarian energy is in your own chart. Some of you, yeah, a lot of you, this is about you taking a path of a mystic in some way, shape, or form. And so all of this convoluted, painful, complicated, confusing as it may be, is happening in divine timing, absolutely, and fated. For others, it's about heading toward a different bond, a different loving relationship. But I do think it's going to be a burden. I think cutting an energy or these energies out of your life, it's going to mean spending a lot more time in solitude, spending a lot more time alone, spending a lot more time organizing your plans, your thoughts, spending a lot more time in meditation, taking the path of the hermit for a lot of you, certainly for some. And as I said, the more you learn, and that's going to be a space you probably will continue to learn in, the more you learn, the more these opportunities are going to light up, right? The more that will appear. And that's how this is going to manifest and translate for a lot of you at the end of June. It looks like is you feel like you have many options, and one that's drawing your attention now will then wait till the last week, and it looks like there's a few more added at least. In fact, it doesn't get any easier, any less confusing. But don't be distracted by what's not what your prize is, your ultimate goal is. Okay, I think we will leave it at that, gems, for the general reading, and we'll repeat this for a love reading for you. Okay, gems, this is your love reading for June 2019. For some, it will resonate with the whole month. Again, for others, specifically the second half, the last 2 weeks, as we are already at mid-June as I am recording this. And it looks like from the King of Pentacles showing up on the bottom of the deck immediately, some of you are just more focused on your money, on material matters than matters of the heart at this time. Maybe specifically more focused on stabilizing a home than on matters of the heart. Perhaps because you already have the partner that you want to stabilize that home with. And for others, just because you're first and foremost just concerned with your own home and family life and stability outside of, or without a romantic partner. Okay. I feel like I see that all is not what it seems within that stable, happy, comfortable family and or home life that you are trying to maintain, fund, perhaps. For some of you, you may be dealing with a Piscean energy. For others, may be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, with that King of Pentacles having showed up. The Queen of Pentacles also showed up when shuffling and meditating with the deck. I got the same feeling from it. What I forgot to mention to you all in the first reading is that we were using the Rider-Waite Tarot as well as I think I did say the Deviant Moon Tarot, and information about those decks and any decks that I use in these readings can be found in the description below. You'll also find information about the copyright-free music that I allow to be heard on this channel. So you've also got the Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and we are doing that same 6-card spread that we did in the general Geminis. Three of Wands, Rods, Fire. And the Ten of Swords. I think you can see these well enough, right? Bottom of the deck is the Strength card, so some of you also are possibly dealing with a Leo energy. So, okay, gems, yeah, what I see coming through is that a lot of you are wanting to focus more on finances and, as I said, material matters, stabilizing an already happy, safe, comfortable, inviting, warm, pleasant home and or family life. And again, that could mean because you're already with someone you want to secure things with, monetarily, in the home, in some way that your income, your resources can fund, right? But also, all is not what it seems, though rest assured there is divinity in the distortion. Okay, so something is afoot, something is a mystery, something is amiss, something is unclear, hidden in this, what you believe to be happy, comfortable home and or family life that you're trying to stabilize. Likely it's going unseen, it is remaining hidden because you are more focused on your work, your money, you know, on securing the monetary, financial side of things. Though, like I said, some of you may just be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo energy. But we still see the message here that sometime this week you should really feel like you start to see the cracks. You start to see clues, maybe divinely guided, synchronistic clues even, that are letting you in on the fact that there more than meets the eye when it comes to the situation you're in. So whomever you're trying to stabilize things with, or the situation you have yourself in and trying to just remain alone, for those of you who are just trying to stabilize a comfortable, happy home alone. I see a faded opportunity coming at the end of this week, the beginning of next. I see a faded opportunity in the material realm, a new job offer, a new home found, secured, a raise, an opportunity to learn something new, perhaps a profitable skill, to become wealthier and healthier in some way. But it's just an opportunity. It's just a seed. You don't have to take the opportunity. You don't have to water the seed. I do believe it's faded, though. It's a faded opportunity that may arise out of the fact that all is not what it seems with this person, this home. For some, the reason all is not what it seems is because there is a three-party situation beneath the surface that you've yet to become aware of, or to enlighten your partner about, or everyone involved in the situation, let's say, about, right? If there is a three-party situation in either direction and we see it coming to a painful ending here, someone feels betrayed likely, but certainly a painful ending to a negative cycle. These fated opportunities, we do not get to decide when or how or where they present themselves to us, right? But it is our job, up to us, not to miss them. Likely as soon as right around connected to the energy of this full moon in Sagittarius that we are just a couple of days away from, if that now, right? Not even. Is when this opportunity for health and or wealth in some way, in some form, may arise. Some of you do need to hear the message that it's up to you not to miss that opportunity, to be paying attention, to look out for it. I think some of you should be focused on your finances, as whomever else you're dealing with is either building a mystery for you in some sense, hiding something, involving you in a three-party situation, or unaware that they're involved in one with you. But still, yeah, some of you do need to hear that you can miss that opportunity if you're not looking for it, and a lot of you are. We see here toward the very end of the month, looking for your ships to come in, so to speak, quote unquote, looking for something to help you get where you already know you want to go. And so there is this sense here with this Ten of Swords at the ending here of perhaps needing to tame a tendency to allow life to happen to you, rather than going out and creating and manifesting and making happen what it is that you want to see happen, right? I also think that there's definitely a need to, hold on one second. I definitely think that there's, for some of you, perhaps a need to let go of a Pisces or a Scorpio. We do have Pisces here, the moon card. It could be Cancer as well, but Scorpio showed up in the first reading too. And certainly if it's someone who is emotionally disturbed in any way, is emotionally manipulative in any way, is lying to you, is, lying to you and or themselves, is seems to be emotionally unavailable, even maybe not to the extremes that I just described, but even just emotionally unavailable. We may need to tame our desire for that person. That might be what we're focused on instead. That could lead one to, miss an opportunity for some. That's exactly why this message is what it is. You know, you could miss an opportunity if you're too focused on what is it that I don't know about this person? What is it that this person wants me to build with them, rather than what can I build to truly make my home and or family life, again, more secure, more stable. And it looks happy. It looks happy as is. Let's just get one clarifier on the moon card, on the mystery that's on the table here. And perhaps on the ending as well. So the card of truth, new perspective, and the Devil. So certainly I think something's coming into an end with an energy who has been in and out of your life. Maybe they also have fire sign energy in their chart. That's possible. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. We did see the Leo card there. Certainly if it's somebody who, like I said, you've had a painful cycle with, someone who you felt addicted to, attached to in an unhealthy way, or maybe it's a part of you, maybe it's a habit you have. We could be talking about your diet. We could be talking about the media intake in your daily routine. Just something unhealthy for you, something addictive, something toxic, something that's not helping you to be the best you. That's what's coming. That's what's been a negative, painful cycle, and what's coming to a painful end. And what, there is a truth to be revealed. Yes, this mystery is being created. All is not seen. All that is seen is not as it seems, right? So something's unclear, but that divinity and the distortion, which I remember titling a video for Geminis that months and months ago, and here it is showing again. That truth, when it does emerge, and it may be this week, it gives you a new idea, a new perspective, a new view on where you're heading, how you're getting where you're going, perhaps specifically. And it may be painful, and it may be a hard way to learn this lesson, a hard way to see this truth, to learn this truth. But in that's why we're saying, pointing to the divinity and the distortion, again, for you Geminis, in that may be exactly how you get your opportunity, how you see this opportunity to be healthier and or wealthier. Where you derive the strength, the courage, the determination, perhaps, to cut something toxic out of your life, whether we're talking habit or person or pattern or all the above, right? So I hope that the needed insight was able to reach you there, Geminis, for the general reading and the love reading, of course. I hope that you will make wise choices for yourselves moving forward. Keep in mind that I truly appreciate all your support to Lunartics Tarot. So thank you for liking, for subscribing, for commenting, for sharing, for messaging me, letting me know how the reading resonated. I really appreciate that. I love to hear, and I really appreciate orders. If you need a private reading from me or would like to donate to the channel, all that is very appreciated as well. And you can just scroll down to the description box below to find information, links, and my email address, which is lunartickstarot@gmail.com. I'm happy to work with you in any way. If you want to just follow a link, or if you would like to email me first and talk about what exactly it is you're looking for. So with that being said, I will leave it in your very capable hands from here. Geminians, happy birthday. Again, I hope you are enjoying the hell out of your season and the end of spring. And I love you very much. And I will post another reading for us as soon as I can.